Welcome to Boozy Movies, where watching movies and making cocktails is what we do.
Rock and roll.
Today we are going back to the future.
How do you go back to the future?
You'll find out.
Well, we've already been in the future, and then you have to go back to it.
Going back.
Okay. While you guys go ahead and try to wrap your heads around that, we got two amazing cocktails for the movie Back to the Future.
Marty McFly escapes the horrors of 1985 by traveling to the idyllic 1950s, where he promptly becomes the root of his own family issues. Luckily, nothing says solution like dating your mom, teaching your dad how to fight, and inventing rock and roll.
So our first cocktail is based off the last scene in the movie where Doc Brown is fueling up the DeLorean so he can fly off into the future, and that is Out of Time.
Our second cocktail, based on the pivotal prom that started it all, the Enchantment Under the Sea.
It's gonna be a fun fish bowl drink, but before we get to that one, we're gonna go ahead and we have plenty of time, so let's get out of time.
You're gonna see some serious shit.
For Out of Time, you're gonna need Moonshine, Crème De Banana, Elote Liqueur, hot honey, lemon juice, lime juice, Miller High Life, and cinnamon powder.
In a shaker tin, combine 1 ounce of Moonshine, 1 ounce Crème De Banana, 1 ounce Elote Liqueur, a 1/4 ounce hot honey, a 1/4 ounce lemon juice, and a 1/4 ounce lime juice. Add ice, cover, and shake until chilled. Strain into a highball with a sphere. In a mixing glass or shaker tin, pour 2 ounces of cold Miller High Life and froth until really foamy. We will then pour over the cocktail to make a foamy top. Lastly, we will torch a shake of cinnamon powder.
And here you are, out of time.
Looks like I got plenty of time for this drink.
Well, looky what we have here.
I was a little hesitant at first when you suggested the idea of doing like a beer top, but it really fits with that scene at the end when Doc Brown starts going through the trash. He doesn't have plutonium. I guess apparently the next best thing is a bunch of banana peels and a can of Miller and the actual can.
And we threw in some moonshine to give you that fuel kick.
It requires something with a little more kick.
You need something to get yourself up to like 100 billion gigawatts or whatever he says.
1.21 gigawatts.
I love the way the cinnamon and the Miller Lite actually go together.
He's an idiot.
Also accompanying all of that beer and the moonshine is the banana and the corn. Really rounds up the flavors, but one thing I learned from working at a craft brewery is banana is kind of an ether or a flavor that lends itself well to beer.
What?
And then we added in the Nista corn liqueur. I thought maybe when he initially went back into time, he went through a cornfield because you see him hit a scarecrow. So maybe they had just cut the crop down but
Certainly possible.
it felt
yeah.
like there should have been a cornfield there.
Yeah, it was definitely a farming community, so there had to have been corn.
I remember when this was all farmland as far as the eye could see.
So this is a real fun drink to enjoy on your own, but our next drink is actually good for 2 people or 4 people or 6 or 8. I mean, I don't know where you stop, but we got a punch bowl drink coming up.
That's right, but before that, we would like to stop you for 1 minute
You want me to make a donation to the Coast Guard Youth Auxiliary?
and ask you that if you enjoy this video, for you to hit the little like button. That really helps us out. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and then throw us a comment. Let us know what you think about these cocktails, or stick around, see what we throw into a punch bowl, and then tell us what you put in your punch bowl.
All right, let's get our dancing shoes on. Time for the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Do, 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 do.
For this punch bowl, we are going to be using Lillet Blanc, white rum, blue Curacao, lemon juice, simple syrup, a sparkling Moscato or sweet wine.
Prepare your punch bowl with starfruit, an octopus, or whatever sea creatures strike your fancy. Add pearl ice and peach sorbet. In a shaker tin, combine 2 ounces of Lillet Blanc, 2 ounces of white rum, half an ounce blue Curacao, 1 ounce lemon juice, and 3/4 of an ounce simple syrup. Add ice, cover, and shake until chilled. Strain into prepared punch bowl, big enough for 2. Top with sweet sparkling wine.
And here is the Enchantment Under the Sea Punch Bowl. Looking pretty good. I think we can just both go for it.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
This is it.
It tastes like a fruity,
Punch bowl.
boozy punch bowl to me.
This is the answer.
So we're trying to go with like 1955 vibe here.
1955.
And this drink is roughly based off of a scribbling that Andy Warhol did of different punch bowl cocktails, and one of them's called Fish House. His uses cognac, but I wanted us to have like this nice blue Enchantment Under the Sea look.
Precisely.
I tried to source like white cognac, but we can only find that in like duty-free stores.
So hard to come by.
So we went with Lillet Blanc, and then of course pretty peach flavors, much like the dress that Marty's mom is wearing.
So we haven't done a punch bowl drink yet, and we thought this would just be the perfect opportunity for it.
You're asking for it, and now you're gonna get it.
And just had a lot of fun with it. I mean, we have these little pearl like ice cubes, and then you did the sorbet in like the little pearl ice cube molds.
Yeah.
And then we got some starfruit that we cut up in there. And then there's even a, you kind of finagled an octopus out of a, what is it?
It's a hibiscus flower and a bourbon cherry.
There you go.
Oh, you make it sound so easy.
You can do a bunch of fun things. And here, this is one for, I guess we could say for two, although I know I'll probably end up drinking most of it. But I think, you know, you could do one for 4, 6. I mean, you could do one for a huge party, but there are certain ratios you kind of need to stick with, right?
Hello? Anybody home?
Yeah, so I would say if you want to turn any drink into a punch bowl version, the easiest way to scale up is to turn ounces into cups or liters or bottles or whatever.
But I think if you were doing one for 4, would you just say like,
Just double it.
just double it?
Hello? Anybody home?
All right, well, prom is almost over, so why don't we bring in the other drink and we'll wrap it up with a few notes on the movie.
Yeah, this was, again, for me, one of my all-time favorite movies. I've seen it a lot, but it's not one of those movies that I've just, I think, like beat to death. And I think it's because I like it so much that I sort of want it to remain like a little special.
It's an absolute dream.
To me, it's just, I think it's like a masterclass in storytelling. There's a lot of things that will happen while they're kind of altering time, and then when they go back into the future, like things have changed. Like when they start the movie, it's Twin Pines Mall, but there's the scene where Marty McFly is leaving the barn where those farmers are, and he's getting shot at by a shotgun. He runs over one of the pine trees, and then so when he comes back from the future, it's actually called Lone Pines Mall. I just think it's really smart and really creative the way they do those things.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet.
It's a really fun storyline. I feel like there's a lot of storylines though where it's like teens going back into the future or back
Exploring
time
it.
travel things.
You're beginning to sound just like my mother.
Another time travel high school movie that we actually just watched, Donnie Darko.
Oh,
Should we come up with some cocktails for that one maybe?
maybe let us know. Should we do Donnie Darko?
Now that's a good idea.
Well, I think it's about time for us to hit the road here.
I'm really gonna miss you.
Oh, where we're going, we don't need roads.
We just need cocktails apparently. So we're gonna cheers, and we are gonna get out of here. Good luck with that. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Pow, give me some cone.
Wow. We'll see if that makes it in the final cut.